survivor, and we have the human, speechless, and you have the sands in the desert. It's not only developing the country, but it's developing the nation. And we have again the good relationship between Jews and Arabs. And we also have a big city. This is Tel Aviv, this is Haifa, and this is an Arab village, a beautiful Arab village again. And of course we have the conflict, the war. Arabs smuggling the burning commercial center in Jerusalem. You can find this picture in 47, already started the war, independence war. IDF and Ministry of Defense archives. You can find pictures of that kind. Again, Wadi Ara is in the middle of the country, traditional Arabic country. Okay, the law of the archives, etc., doesn't matter. The law of the archives and the history of the archives, and then again, relationship between Jews and Arabs. In 48, the British soldiers are living through the port. I put this picture from behind because they wanted to go out. And in the war of 48, Jewish photographers with the army went and photographed every village and every part of the war. And even Jewish photographers photographed Beno Rothenberg in 48. They photographed the evacuation of the Jewish population. In many cases, that is the way it looked. And we have everything in our archives. Everything we have, everything is there. We don't hide anything. This is how they came in the country. This is the sad looking of the immigrant families in 49. And this is a strong picture, a young girl carrying her little brother through the mud. And here again, changing of population is an old Arab village, and new Jewish population came in 49. Okay, you can see Jewish ethnic collection. They are cutting, they are shaving. Okay, it's a coiffure. Okay, making the coiffure for the kids. And here they build a new road. That's all. It's not any bomb at all. It's the new road to Eilat. People come very gladly to, especially people from France. They like to come have a Sunday in Eilat. This is how they pave the road. Now I'm showing it to you because it's in the Ministry of Defense archives. It's not a military picture at all. To show you that they have everything. It's not a military, just building, constructing. And this is the way to Jerusalem. Jerusalem, okay. Now the new archival exhibitions, and that's my point now. The new ones, first of all, done in 2000 by curator Rona Sela, confronting photo history. This is the face of the catalog, it's only in Hebrew. It was a general mapping of tendencies of the photography in Palestine in that period, which was that period, okay, etc., etc. It exposed and confronted also Jewish, Zionist photography and Palestinian photography from the archives, which this one at the beginning was really scarcely shown, if ever, in public exhibition. And then an exhibition, a huge one, about a single archive, about Keren Kayemet. Keren Kayemet, Umetzalemet in Hebrew, is the existing found and taking pictures. It's a game of words. Pictures. Okay. This is okay, their catalog. This popular exhibition displayed on a large scale. On a more, the end of the paragraph, on a more general level, we could see the vast contribution to the Israeli photographic heritage and its institutional influence. And then a single subject, which I did research for this, it's called the Between the Borders of Space and the Borders of Place, about landscape photography, the differences of different views of the landscape. You can see, you could see in this exhibition, at the beginning, the historical photographs, a large mythical country immune to the blight of time, and an actual country. And then we juxtapose those photographs with modern, critical, and modern photographs of new and young artists. even emphasizing political and social injustice of today, transforming the utopia, which I told at the beginning, into a contested dystopia. A single photographer, Zoltan Gruger, which you saw at the beginning, it was my project, one of my projects. Okay, the big one. These photographs had not been yet shown in the context of the original time and place, making the first time, the first solo retrospective of exhibition of his work, in a way diminishing the national iconography. It's the work of a single person, juxtaposing the national level. And now the narrative of the other. And the last year we have 3 exhibitions about the Arabs. One done, it's called, this is a catalog, the story of the Wadi Ara. It's the story of Wadi in Hebrew is a valley, okay, a certain valley, and they didn't have any archive of themselves, nothing at all. And in this exhibition, you can see the dates. There were gathered many photographs, anthropological point of view of their life. And at the end, you can see this exhibition, like for the first time here and there, from Israeli National Archives. People were very glad there, and you can see its cultural influence there and what they could do with the kids there. And then a very, shall I say, a very radical, another 2 very radical exhibitions, like the violence from 47 to 50 from the Arabic point of view, as if the violence of the Israeli army, the violence of in the Israeli independence war towards the Arab, and is done by Dr. Ariel Azulay from the Israeli archives completely. This is the face of this is the cover of the book. And the last one made public, Palestinian photographs in military archives in Israel. This year, Rona Asela, she took all the photographs in the military archives that show the story, like it's called Nakba, the sad story of the Palestinian people. This is her catalog, like a secret. It doesn't have no picture at all, because it's a secret file. It's like she said, okay, I'm doing like the intelligence. But everything was open, no censorship, nothing. Everything was open, and it was funded by our national lottery. So, one of the pictures, files from an album, it's called Pictures of Arabs. That's all, Faces of the People. And the last one, the exhibition's impact was that of being a byproduct of the complex research led through the Palestinian visual narrative. And the 3 of them I'm summing here. And at the end, I shall say, in the age of changing media environments, in a supposedly deterioration of the picture magazine and the local photojournalism due to the digitization and even popularization of the imagery, the Israeli photographic heritage in the National Institution Archive seemed to gain a higher level of instrumentality in the collective memory reconstruction. We may ask whether in any post-totalitarian regime, in any democratic regime, and a society open towards self-critique and in a perpetual search for its identity, just the opening of the national and private archives and the new digitized, reachable visual imagery on the web, along with archival documents, will illuminate and even recreate a collective memory, many times translated and retranslated into pieces of individual memory. Thank you.
Merci. Merci. Et question?